Hey guys, Luton here, and today, with all the talk in the last couple of days about the objective gameplay, I decided that I wanted to go back through my videos, have a little look through, and I did this. I was looking through this morning trying to find some good rounds, just to remind myself of that amazing gameplay you can get, because something people forget, epic gameplay is not just about jumping off of a building and like RPGing a guy midair or something along those lines, you know? It's not. It's about having awesome objective play, pushing those objectives, turning games around. That's what's super exciting about Battlefield. That's what makes Battlefield the most exciting game, you know, to play within this genre. And so with that in mind, I want to look back through, find a good round for you. I found this round of Metro. Now, it's an older round back from the PS3 days, and you have to accept that the quality is a little bit lower as well because of that. But forget that. Watch how the round plays out. It's awesome. It's such a good round, and this is the kind of gameplay that you just miss. I'm going to try this weekend and capture some good gameplay from like Obliteration or a big Conquest game. If I'm playing, I'll tweet out the server so that you guys can come and get on board and actually participate. You might see yourself in a video. But anyway, check this one out today. Please watch the whole thing because honestly, it's one of the best games you'll see for a while. It's really, really good. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. More Battlefield. Hey guys, it's Luton here, and today I've got a round of Rush Metro for you. Now, it's not just a normal Rush Metro round, this is a really interesting game, and it's a really awesome game. I loved it. It's got to be, to be honest, one of my rounds of the year, I think, just because of how interesting it is how it plays out. I know that all the guys that played in this round, we're all talking on team chat and stuff, and it really goes down very well, but I'll explain as we go along what happens. Now, we start off on the defending team, and I've talked a bit before about balance and trying to balance the team. Because I'm the admin on the server, I constantly have people saying balance the team, just because they've had a bad round or it's a bit imbalanced and stuff. I try my hardest to balance teams up, I really do, but the thing is, it's not that simple. It's a very tricky thing to do, and the other thing people forget sometimes is when you have 12 people aside, if the server is full, I can't move people around without kicking people, so again, it makes it difficult. As I've said in the past as well, you don't want to end up moving too many people around because it can kind of sway things. You maybe want to move 2-3 people at the max, and then just leave it, see how it goes. So everyone else is kind of spread out over here. Now you can see in my squad here I've got myself, No Smoking, Jizzler and Ace Falcon. It's a pretty nice team. Now look, already, okay, my team has got more than the other guys, so we divvy it up, right? We didn't have a full side to begin with. It was 8 aside, and that probably accounts for a little bit of the slow start on the other team. But I say, you'll see how this game becomes interesting. It's not just a straight up defense game, not at all. You'll see why. I was moving forward a little bit here because I had a good sort of position up there that I've used before, but if you come down to here, you can cover pretty much just the same area, but without the danger of being sniped quite so much, so that's why I kind of moved down here. And to begin with, we're just playing a kind of normal defense. We're sort of sitting back, moving around, just moving up on the right, Ace on the right, Noz on the left here, and we're just kind of covering the area. I'm doing my usual thing, just sitting, waiting, because as a defender, I don't need to chase after those guys, but I don't want to be too close to the MCOMs either. I don't want to be sitting on them. And right here, I've got good control of the left corridor. Okay, any of those guys come around that corner. I can also pan across here to the right, as you see I'm doing. I'm constantly checking multiple positions, seeing anybody moving in. I'm also checking so another reason why I often check the sort of scoreboard is because when I'm on, I'm trying to make sure that too many people haven't left. I'm trying to make sure that it's balanced. We've actually lost one player from our team, so it's balanced up. As I say, bear in mind as well that my server had not been up for very long this evening when we started playing this game. That's why there's not so many people in, because I'd been rolling to get the server started, so that's one reason there. But as I say, you'll see what goes down right here. I'm not quite sure why I paused there, don't know. And this generally, as I say, nothing's going on. It's just a boring slog. Here we go. Like, we had a load of guys come in here, and I'll probably move the things around in a second, I think. Now, you're probably wondering what the hell is going on here, Luton. What is so special about this round? It's boring, nothing's going on, 3 minutes in here, right, nothing happening. Well, I could have cut this out, but I wanted to leave. You guys know that I try to edit my videos as little as possible to try and give a bit of perspective on the game and how it's going to play out. It's important for me to leave this in here, this first section, so you get a kind of understanding of why it is that this round overall becomes so good. Now you can see I've had N200, he plays on my server sometimes, he's a good player, and Airplanes is one of my clan mates moving in here. So, I need to divvy the teams up a little bit here, so I'm going back into the server settings, manage players. I'm going to push those 2 new guys who just came in across. There we go. Oh, I pushed one guy over anyway, so it's balanced. Right, so balance the teams back up again. Now I'm back to watching the round, okay? But you can see that really nothing has happened, okay? The defenders haven't really moved forward, and we're ending up in this horrible situation that often happens on this map. Here we go, Madden. Madden is a good player. I'm obviously not spraying my LMG in a kind of noobish way all over. Madden, he's a really good player, and you can see that, you know, as all the rest of the team are not really making much movement forward, he is trying to make some progress up this right hand side from their perspective to try and get around us here. But that's one of the reasons why I'm covering this area. I can cover this whole sort of flanking left hand side here to sort of stop them moving up, and that's the role that I'm holding down right here. Now again though, still nothing really happening. Where is this round going, Luton? What is so interesting? Why should we continue to watch? Please keep watching, because honestly you'll see how this round goes down. It's worth staying in the game. And as I say, I'm just trying to sort of lay down suppressing fire here, kind of generally controlling this area. Now something else to point out, okay, is that when I play on my server, there's a lot of regular people, like the guy who joined N200. Okay, there's a lot of people that I know. I play with them on my server. I play against them because, again, I don't put all the people that I know are the good ones onto my team. I try to balance it up, because then you get the best teams. As I've said before, I hate games which are just a steamroll. That irritates the hell out of me, or that are undefendable, you know. It really does, because those kind of games aren't interesting. The other thing is, if I had those kind of games constantly on my server, I wouldn't have anything to put on YouTube, because they'd be pointless. You know, what would I say? Like, okay, here we are just thrashing through, blah blah blah. It wouldn't be an interesting round to post. So often, even if we do have a very strong dominating round, when I have those kind of dominating rounds, I know the kind of people on the other team, and I know what they're capable of. So even if we did destroy them as a team, I know that they had the capability to actually do better, and so in that respect I'm kind of like, that was a good win. And that's another reason why what happens throughout this video is kind of interesting. And the last section of this base and this video is particularly interesting, because it's something that I don't see happen particularly often. And you know, a lot of the guys on my team, including myself, we were all saying, you know, seriously, what a good job that the other team did at the end, and you'll see where we get to. Now we are coming up towards the section where this round actually starts to get more interesting, and you know, I really hope that everyone stayed through to this point, because I appreciate the boredom of just sitting here and just laying down fire, but that is the entire point. Okay, that is the point of where this round goes and what happens. Now again, look, the teams have become a little imbalanced. Maybe some of the guys in the other team have got bored and left or whatever, but at this point I said to the guys, I was like, seriously, this is stupid. I said that they're not moving up, what the hell, they're not doing anything. And at this point I said, right, I'm going to sort this out. I moved myself to the other team, okay, because I know that we've got some good players on our team, and I said, right, we need to turn this around, we need to make this game interesting. So I moved myself to the team which is not doing so well, and I have pointed out many times that this is the kind of thing that I will do in games. You know, not always, but I will do this from time to time. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move a couple of the guys who aren't doing anything from the team that I'm on across to try and balance that up, and then I'm going to bring Top over and Ace and leave Noz and Jizzler and N200 on the other team. So we have got a squad of about 4 guys who are decent players. They have got a squad now of about 4 guys decent players, and some randoms in there as well. I know this guy here, Hot Skull, he was sort of a new guy, but I'd already seen him in a few rounds before. He was definitely capable. He did very well on another game, so I know that they have got people capable on that team. As soon as I got over here, I put team chat on, and I was like, right guys, let's get in there, let's do it, let's go. Got my AK, got my smoke, let's rock it. Okay, I was like, let's go. And what I want to do here is I want to take the advantage that we have of, you know, going from a very slow round. I want to quickly mix it up and get in there, right? They don't know what's hit them. Yeah, we're running in, smoke. Top and Ace were saying, are you going onto the B, Luton? We'll move forward. You can see they're moving up here, and we're getting in, we're taking over the base. We've already sort of overwhelmed them. They don't know what's hit them. We've knocked them for 6. We're running in here, taking the base. Okay, here comes Noz. He's trying to control A, taking him down. We're pushing through, and you see, this is exactly the kind of stuff that you want in a game. We've gone from a round where we had nothing happening at all, the most tedious, boring round, into the most interesting round here. Cleared A, got them back onto it. They disarmed B. We're making a move. I'm getting taken out. All of this stuff is happening, and you can really see how this game has turned around, and it just shows how just a couple of players will make such a massive difference in terms of the game. The other interesting thing is that since we pushed forward and moved up, look at my team, okay? There's a couple of them still sitting back, but they're starting to move forward. They're all like, hey, this game's actually happening. And this is exactly the kind of thing that I want in my rounds. I want these kind of good, objective, strong gameplay. Now look, I armed B the first time, we got onto A as well. they have managed to defuse both charges. So this is not a team that can be just instantly overwhelmed. We're going to have to work a little bit on these guys, all right? We've got only 50 tickets, which is a modest amount, all right? But we need to get in there. We still need to attack and take these guys down, all right? We've got myself, I say Ace and Top. That's a good little team of us. Madden's on our team as well. And you know, this is what it's all about, okay? We're having to fight for this. It's not like it's a walk in the park. We haven't just steamrolled them by changing people over. They've managed to clear us out and defuse both, and now we're having to make a push back forward again. But the best thing that's happened is that we have kind of knocked them. We've had to make them more aware. There's Jizzler going in for the defuse, managed to clip him, take him down as well. Alright, got some more guys. There's N200, that guy that I said about. He's a good player as well. Alright, and we're sort of staying in control. We've got people up front. I'm staying a little bit back because I wanted to kind of lay down some sort of controlling fire onto these guys. Didn't lead that guy on as best as I could there. But we got A now. We managed to control that as a squad. And the blue guys, look, the blue guys have come in here and taken B down. So look, you know, good job on the blue guys right there. So they've really got to grips with this game right here. Okay, so now we've managed to finally take this base, and this is what's so awesome about this round, is that we've gone from such a horrific spawn camp situation into making this round actually something that's interesting. And this is what never happens in games, because you know, server admins and players don't do this enough. They kind of go, oh yeah, we're dominating them, and they just spawn camp and they spawn camp and they spawn camp. And again, look, you can see how many people are left empty on that other team right now, because a couple of those guys left when that one divvied up, and someone in my team I think said, Luton, they've lost a load of players after that first base because they suddenly were like, shit, we're doing really bad here. So I instantly kick a couple of those guys over there to balance it back up again. So this is the thing as well, is that, you know, if players leave, I don't want them to be left with a team that can't defend themselves. They need to have enough people there, they need to have enough guys going on. And also I want to point out the important thing there was that they retained all the best players on the other team. So it's not like the good guys have left and they're left with a crappy team. They still have we've got a 4-man squad that I know is capable, and they have a 4-man squad which I know is capable. So in my mind, the team right there is, you know, it's controllable, it's balanced. And you can never have a perfect team. I mean, God, it's not going to happen, is it? You're never going to have a team where all players are equally matched. It's just not going to happen. But for the most part, okay, you need to sort of try and do the best that you can right there. Did I run out of ammo right there? I think that I did. I totally screwed myself right there. Again, N200, he's doing it down. 11-1 at the most, so I would be classifying myself as holding my own. And my teammates coming back to pick me up so we can move on through onto the next base. Now, I often have talked in the past about momentum. One of my key game kind of acronyms was objective, momentum and flexibility, OMF. And that's what we really want in here. We want objective, we're focusing really hard on getting to those objectives fast. We're carrying the momentum through that we had from the first base, so we're not letting them set up on us. And that's another thing that happens too much in games, is that people don't move quickly enough. It's something that drives me berserk in games, is the amount of time that people take to do things in games. You need to get in here, you need to take these guys out, move forward fast. The longer that you leave it, the longer they will set up defenses on you, and then it'll be incredibly difficult for you to actually take those objectives. You need to keep moving, fast, 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 fast. You need to get in here, clear these guys out, take them down before they have a chance to think what's going on, before they have a chance to really set up a proper defense on you. If they get into a situation where they can lay down bipod LMGs, C4, claymores and whatever else snipers the hell they want, you know, it's just not going to happen. Now my server is dropping people off and, you know, picking people back up as it goes along, and I often know, like, sort of that people will come and go. I don't want to kind of constantly be dropping and moving one player back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So at this point it's kind of like, okay, I can see my server's filling up. Also now on Twitter there's people that I've posted out saying to come in, so again, I know the server's filling up. And these are the kind of things that I try to keep in mind when I'm playing. I'm trying to sort of think, okay, is the game's kind of rolling okay? Is there enough people coming in? And once my server gets to 24, it usually stays there, at least until I leave, and then everyone's like, oh, Luton's not here. And off they go again. But, so now we're moving up onto the third base. This can often be a really horrific base. I kind of managed to clip myself out right here. There's a guy, there, sniper, I saw that scope. I missed the guy res next to me, but I wanted to pick this sniper off, and there he is, got him. I should clear that guy off on A. So you see again, I didn't want to go back onto the guy to pick him up from the res because I knew there was a sniper there, and I kind of immediately made a prioritization choice there. I thought, okay, I can pick this guy up, but there's a chance that I'll get taken out as well. More important that I try and clear that sniper first before going for the res on that guy, because how many times have we been in a situation where someone goes for the res because they don't prioritize taking down the guy who's right next to you, and then you both get killed. So in that situation I was like, you know, I could try and go for the pickup on him, but personally I think it's more important that I clear that guy out, and then if he's still there I can go pick him back up again. Now again, we've pushed through, we've used a lot of speed and momentum. Now you might be thinking to yourself, wow, this is like a walk, Luton, you know, you're thrashing through them. How on earth can this be, you know, still, is this really an interesting game? Is this really going anywhere? You know, you've kind of walked over them since that first base, and they haven't really had a chance to kind of hold the line. Well, I say two things to bear in mind. Remember that first section they did sort of fully clear and defend. Okay, this one, the last two that we've had, they haven't really been able to set up a strong defence. The reason for that is we've moved very quickly and we got onto the base before they had any chance to set up any kind of proper defence. Now, at this point in the game, we were sort of saying, we were talking, and I was going like, yeah, seriously, come on, you know, let's just push forward, clear it out, we'll get this game done. We were thinking this game is done and done. We were thinking we've got everything happening, you know, we're going to fully push on through, clear them out, and, you know, they won't have, you know, I've said at this, but we were like, well, they got nothing. You know, we're thinking, where's their game at? But, you know, you will quickly see how things change around here in a mo. And again, you know, I understand and appreciate like how these kind of maps can be, so I was not thinking to myself, and the thing is, like I said, yeah, my two guys get taken out here and I was thinking, sugar, I'm really going to have, look, here he is, his head, he's very, very tight on that skip, but I managed to somehow pick him off. I have to, you know, tip my own hat and say I think that was a pretty nice shot right there. Picked up my two guys moving forward. I was saying to my guys, let's get on Bravo quickly. We'll just move forward, take it out. And so I really felt like at this point in the game, I didn't think we were going to have any problem. I thought, yeah, we're going to just push forward, clear. We'll get these targets armed. It will not be an issue. Taken down by the M5K there as I was moving in. But you can see all of a sudden, the enemy team have become quite aggressive. They have gone from being sort of not very present on those other two bases to suddenly getting their game together. I think the speed at which we took those other two bases kind of shook them up a bit. God, I knew this was going to happen. You ever hate it when you turn around and there's a grenade like sitting in front of your face and you're like, okay, I'm dead. So BM come armed right here, and I was thinking, yeah, we got B, we got A, no problem at all. But look at the minimap. Look at the deaths. So much of our team taken down here. Here's N200 again. We've got a full server right now. We've got 24 people. We're coming onto this last base right here. And this is where the game turns around. As I say, bear in mind that up until this point as well, that the teams were balanced fairly well in terms of numbers, alright? It was kind of fairly even. AK not really the ideal weapon for this kind of medium to long range right here. I know it is. I know that if you're like an awesome player, you can pick off people at this range, but personally I'm not that kind of astonishing player. Getting killed in the doorway here with shotguns, so really sucking at this point in the game. Not a particularly fantastic moment on top of the staircase right here for me. Getting thrashed down and shot to pieces. But I'd say this is where the round goes more interesting, because they have managed to sort of, we've taken down A, but they've managed to hold on to B, and they really do start working as a well-distributed team here. And this is what I say when I said that, you know, the defending team really got themselves together here. Just trying my best to try and control this guy. Really need to work on my recoil compensation a little bit right here, because honestly, I think the trouble with me is that I play intermittently so much because I'm very busy with doing a lot of things. I don't get on every single day into Battlefield, so my skill in these kind of things starts to slip quite constantly. Now again, we've got B armed here, we're pushing in on this, and you're thinking, yeah, you know, but it's the fact that they managed to sort of defend it sort of multiple times and really get onto it. We've still got like 74 tickets, so that's a huge amount. And bear in mind that we still have got, you know, 10 minutes of this game to go, so that gives you an idea of really how they turn this thing around. They're constantly defending it, they're constantly pushing up, and we as a team are sort of, you know, we're spread out around the map, we are moving forward as a team. You know, I'm staying like with this guy right here, so we're sort of working well together. Oh, okay, I kind of abandoned him there and let him die. I think I thought he was fine. I wanted to get into this kind of central building area. There we go, Jizzler clearing us out. So you can see an interesting thing to point out is that the defenders here, often the defenders on this last base, they just kind of sit behind the wall and shoot out. It doesn't really achieve anything. Now this is a real key moment to sort of point out, is the fact that the defenders here, they move up and away from the MCOM. Now they don't go so far, but they do move up, and this is a point that I've tried to make so many times when it comes to defense, that if you want to have a successful defense, this is what you need to do. You can't just sit on the MCOM, and also you cannot sit behind the MCOM. To do those two things is often literally just suicide. You need to slightly move forward, and as I've said so many times, the very obvious reason for that is that you need to kind of create a buffer point for you as defenders. So what Jizzler, for example, is doing there by moving up to the corner on that road, he's taking me out, okay, and he's stopping people from getting forward into that MCOM area. However, if if I take him out, there's probably a very good likelihood there's going to be 1 or 2 other players in between me and the MCOM still. So there's a chance that they may take me out, or at least I will, slow me down a little bit, and then just at that point will have, he will have respawned. He'll be able to get back in onto the game. So right now we're pushing very hard. We're trying to get in onto B here. There's a lot of enemy around this area, but look at the amount of, there's so much smoke and chaos going on right here. Everybody's sort of pushing up, trying to get in here. By the way, the G17C, I've been, oh Jesus, I remember this in game, I was just like, because I was sort of trying to move forward, trying to lie down prone, and, getting destroyed by that vehicle there. I totally didn't expect it. And by the 870 as well, what did he do, just fire at the truck? I don't know. But anyway, yeah, G17C, I've been using that as a pistol, and it's kind of nice. I mean, it's not the strongest gun or anything like that, but I don't know, just like handles, I seem to like the handling of it. Okay, and I think this is N200 as I remember, yeah, N200, and you can see he's controlling the kind of right-hand side area here, these corridors and stuff. So, again, you can see how they've moved up forward. They're not so far away. Like, if they needed to, these guys could turn around, run back, and still probably get back to the MCOM. And you can see how my team are sort of moving up here into these buildings. They've knocked the momentum out of us. That's the really key point here. They've stalled us. They've taken that momentum away, because that second and third base, we really had the power of the momentum from the first base to just push straight forward. Okay, we went multiple different ways, and also bear in mind, remember, as we were coming to the second base, that left tunnel, alright, they were on that left tunnel, but look at me here, okay, moving forward, going for the objective really hard, getting in here, I managed to get them, drop a grenade to prevent anyone sort of immediately going in. I didn't spot these guys in front of me fast enough, but I did manage to get at least one of them down. But look, I haven't got any support from teams here. And this is the point, even though I managed to get the MCOM armed, what they're doing is they're stopping the rest of my guys getting in. So once I'm down, there's nobody to help defend that MCOM, and that's really why we're struggling. Keep looking at the minimap here. See how my guys are kind of distributed? We're still back in this terminal area, and look how many tickets we've lost. We've lost a good sort of 60 tickets, 50 tickets in only like a few minutes here. So they really have like thrashed our numbers down, and keeping that MCOM secure, they've done an amazing job here. And this is what really is quite awesome. You see, again, I'm taking fire from multiple directions. They've set up a very strong defense, and not only that, but they've really managed to turn this game around. And I said to the guys at the time, I was saying, look at this team, look how they've turned this game around. They've gone from being dominated into having full control of the situation, and we were all saying, really good, what an amazing game. That we started off with such a boring, flat game where nothing was really happening. Then I sort of re-divvied up the team a little bit. We went with a very aggressive initiation there, and suddenly got straight into the game, a lot of attacking. And again, look at this huge amount of smoke dropping down. Now, a key thing that I was doing right here, so everybody is having to constantly come back from the ticket office all the time, the sort of terminal there. And I said, okay, I'm just going to stay here for a few seconds, let my guys go in. So see, look, they're getting the arm, and then Top and Ace and Air, they're kind of staying around this area, and I wanted to sort of stay here because you can see that, for example, Top has already been taken out. Ace is going in there to try and prevent that getting a defuse on there. Now, I don't want to go forward and just suicide, so I'm waiting here. I'm going to let Top spawn off of me, okay, and then they can get in there. A lot of my guys moving forward, getting in, and I thought at this point, okay, we've got a very good chance of actually controlling this. But look, all of a sudden, both my guys get down, and they get the defuse. They defused again, and we're really dropping tickets. We've dropped another sort of 15 tickets, managed to pick up a grenade kill there as well. But really, we're in a bad situation. I didn't kind of know what to do here. I was like, shall I go for the attack? Shall I not? And I decided to kind of open up on these guys right here. Jizz got him down. See how Jizz is coming back to the same position here, so he's really got to focus. He's really trying to control one area, and clearly this team have got their sort of mindset in terms of what they're going to do, the role that they're going to play. And we can see multiple guys coming down here. There's N200 from above, he's coming down, and these two guys working really well as a team. But again, look, taking more fire from up on here, so they really do have multiple control across the whole area. My Blueberry team guys, they're trying to move forward. They are, they're being good. They're not scared. They're not pushing back. They're trying to get in there. They're trying to get the arm, but they just can't make it. And at this point in the game, we're down to like 10 tickets, and we had team chat on. I don't think every single player had it on, but I said to my guys at the time, I was trying to get a little bit of perspective here. I wanted to get up in this building right here because there's guys above. You'll see there's a guy with an LMG up here, and he's got his claymore set up, and I really wanted to get there and clear him out because he's got such a good line of sight down onto the MCOM area, and from there he'll be able to fire down onto the MCOM itself. So I really wanted to get him out of there. I wasn't successful. Look at this, we're down on 7 tickets. 7 tickets now, right at the end of the game. How can we possibly turn this around with 7 tickets? I said right here in the game, I remember, I said everyone on. I said, everyone on. I said, we got nothing to lose right now, nothing to lose. Put everyone on that MCOM, and I said, let's just see what happens, and you'll see it all around me, okay? Blue guys, look, everybody's going in for the MCOM. I said, literally, nothing to lose, let's get on it. I dropping smoke, dropping grenades. I couldn't get over this goddamn tree right here, look. There we go, so I had to go under the branch. Nah, get off the me tree. Okay, smoke, grenades. I said to everyone, I was like, throw grenades at the MCOM. Like, trying to take all these guys down. Pistol kill. It's bloody anarchy in the UK. 2 guys on the MCOM. I get knifed as well. What's happening? Who's going to win? We don't know. What's happening? Who's going to get the defuse? Jizzler their pistol. What? Ah, who won? Who won the round? Who won? We win! We win the round! What an amazing end to the round. I loved it. Really loved that game. Looking at the scoreboard, I think you'd agree, fairly balanced teams all around there. So for me, it was one of the most interesting, exciting games at the end of the day, and everybody was really pleased with that round. Everybody was just shouting and like, yes, we win! I think because we didn't know right at the end, it was down to sort of no tickets, whether or not they got that defuse or not. And yeah, let me know what you think. I have to say, throughout that round, my gameplay was average. You know, it was up and down all the way around, but the most important thing was the team, the way the teams played, the way it balanced out. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, drop it a like. I'll see you for some more Battlefield 3 very soon. Endgame coming out this next week. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you really enjoyed this round.